Did you know that the biggest secret to manifesting the life of your dreams lies in silence? Yes, what's missing on your journey to achieve everything you desire might just be the thing you least notice: the power of silence. Imagine, for a moment, attracting what you dream of effortlessly, naturally, and fluidly. Does it seem far-fetched? Well, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza, not only is it possible, but it's closer to you than ever before. However, only those who know how to access this invisible power can truly transform their lives. And you? Are you ready to discover how? Silence is much more than the absence of sound. It's the key that opens doors to new realities, new possibilities, and a level of connection with the universe that few know. It's within silence that we find inner stillness, which has the power to change not just our mental state, but our entire life experience. When you learn how to harness the power of silence, you uncover a hidden force that transforms how you attract, create, and manifest your desires. In this video, you'll understand how Dr. Joe Dispenza reveals this force and how you can use it to live the life of your dreams. Let's get straight to the point. Silence may be what's missing for you to finally see your dreams come true. And the best part? It's within your reach, without the need for exhausting efforts or complicated methods. When you connect with this state of being, the universe responds. In this video, we will dive into Dr. Joe Dispenza's profound teachings on the transformative power of silence and how it could be the catalyst for everything you've always wanted. For Dr. Joe Dispenza, silence is not simply the absence of words or external sounds. It's a state of deep consciousness where your mind, body, and soul align with the field of infinite possibilities. Neuroscience shows that when we calm our mind, we enter brain states that allow us to access higher levels of perception and creation. It is in this state of silence that miracles can happen. Have you ever imagined what your life would be like if you could access this state every day? When you learn to master silence, you begin to connect with the quantum field, the field of all possibilities. Dispenza teaches us that when we are silent, we tune our minds to this field, and this is where the real power to manifest your desires reveals itself. It's not just about visualizing or wanting something. It's about a deep, energetic alignment that happens when you quiet yourself inside and let the universe work in your favor. Doesn't that seem magical? So how exactly does silence connect us with this field of infinite possibilities? Dispenza explains that when we calm our brain waves, we enter meditative states where our mind expands beyond the physical body. In this state, the mind is no longer limited by time or space. It becomes pure energy connected to everything. And it's precisely in this deep state of silence that you become a conscious creator of your reality. Imagine that by silencing your mind, you are opening a direct line of communication with the universe. No interference, no doubts, no fears. Just you, your clear intention, and the quantum field. When we are in a state of silence, it's as if our energy is amplified, and the universe has no choice but to respond. This is the power of silence that Dr. Joe Dispenza describes, an invisible force that works in your favor when you fully align with it. One of the greatest benefits of silence is that it allows our intentions to become purer and more focused. Amid daily chaos, our desires often get mixed with fears and doubts, weakening our ability to manifest. But in silence, you create a space where your intention is clear, strong, and aligned with what you truly want. And when that intention aligns with the quantum field, things start to flow in a way that seems almost supernatural. You may be wondering, how can I start using the power of silence in my life? The answer is simple and accessible. Practices like meditation, moments of stillness, and even silent contemplation in nature are ways to incorporate this power daily. It doesn't have to be complicated, and the results can be transformative. Dispenza suggests that by setting aside just a few minutes a day to quiet your mind, you will start to see noticeable changes in your life, as if the universe is finally hearing your requests with clarity. And the results? Well, there are countless stories of people who, through practicing silence, experienced physical healing, improved their relationships, and achieved financial success in ways they never imagined. When you quiet your mind and align your intention with the universe, everything begins to move in your direction. And this is just the beginning of what the power of silence can do for you. Stay with me until the end, because what I'm going to share can completely transform the way you manifest your reality. For Dr. Joe Dispenza, the concept of silence goes far beyond the absence of sounds in the external environment. It refers to inner silence, a deep state where the mind finds its true peace and stillness. It's not just about being in a quiet place, but about silencing the thoughts that usually control us, the worries that inhabit our mind, and the negative emotions we carry daily. This inner silence is actually the space where we connect with the deepest part of ourselves. When we talk about silence from Dispenza's perspective, we are referring to the ability to calm the mind to the point of dissolving distractions, anxieties, and limiting thoughts that constantly interfere with our ability to create. Our minds are almost always in a state of constant noise. Thoughts about the future, memories of the past, fears, and worries. This mental noise keeps us trapped in repetitive patterns, preventing us from accessing our true creative power. Silence then becomes a state where this mental confusion ceases, giving way to deep and revealing clarity. In this state of inner silence, we are able to disconnect from the conditioning that limits us, from unconscious fears that block us, and from emotions that drain our energy. For Dispenza, silence is where the mind is reset. When we enter this space of stillness, we are actually allowing the mind and body to regenerate and reorganize. The mind, when silenced, becomes a powerful tool for creation, as it is no longer tied to the conditioning of the past or the expectations of the future. It simply is. Dr. Joe Dispenza argues that inner silence is where the true alignment between mind, body, and spirit occurs. In this state, there is perfect harmony, a natural flow of energy that connects us with a higher field of consciousness. When we reach this point of inner silence, we are no longer governed by our habitual thoughts or reactive emotional patterns. Instead, we become conscious observers of ourselves and the world around us. This state of being puts us in direct contact with the quantum field, the space where all possibilities exist. For Dispenza, silence is more than just a mental state. It is a state of being. When body, mind, and spirit align through silence, we are accessing a higher frequency of consciousness, where our ability to create realities becomes extraordinary. It is at this point that we leave the autopilot mode and become conscious co-creators of our life. Inner silence is not just a temporary relief from stress or the chaos of the world, but a portal to a dimension where our true essence can express itself freely. When entering the state of inner silence, the body also responds positively. Dispenza studies show that this state not only reduces stress and anxiety, but also activates physical healing processes. The mind, when silenced, can access the body's natural regeneration system, allowing healing at deep levels. It's as if the body is energetically rebalanced, and this happens because the mind is free from interferences that block this natural process. Moreover, inner silence allows us to access what Dispenza calls an elevated state of consciousness. In this state, we are no longer limited by our daily perceptions or the emotions that usually guide us. Instead, we operate from a place of pure presence, where we can access creative ideas, visions of a better future, and most importantly, the ability to manifest these desires into our reality. For Dispenza, inner silence is the bridge between the state of survival and the state of creation. When we silence the mind, we stop reacting to the world and start creating it. In essence, silence is a state of unlimited potential. When we find ourselves in this state, the universe responds differently. This is because, as Dispenza explains, silence connects us to the field of all possibilities, the quantum field. Here, our intentions and desires become clearer and more powerful because they are not mixed with the chaos of our daily thoughts. In silence, our energy aligns with the higher frequencies of the universe, allowing us to manifest realities naturally and effortlessly. Dispenza teaches that silence also provides us with a unique opportunity to observe our internal patterns. When we quiet the mind, we can see more clearly how our thoughts and emotions are shaping our current reality. This level of self-observation is crucial for any personal transformation process. When we are silent, we have the chance to identify and dissolve the limiting patterns that keep us trapped in an undesired reality. And by doing so, we create space for new experiences and new realities to emerge. Silence, according to Joe Dispenza, is an essential tool for accessing higher states of being and manifesting a life that resonates with our deepest desires. When you practice inner silence, you not only calm your mind, but also align your energy with the creative energy of the universe. And this is where true power manifests. In the space of silence, where your mind is at peace, your emotions are balanced, and you become a conscious co-creator of your reality. Everything begins in silence, the portal to everything you desire. When we enter the state of deep silence, something extraordinary happens. Our mind aligns with the quantum field, a central concept in Joe Dispenza's teachings. The quantum field can be understood as an invisible field of energy, where all possibilities exist simultaneously. Dispenza describes this field as the place where past, present, and future coexist, and where all the realities we wish to create are already available. Silence allows us to access this field by removing internal barriers, such as fears, doubts, and anxiety, that usually block our connection to these infinite possibilities. To fully understand the impact of silence on manifestation, it's crucial to understand what the quantum field is. According to Dispenza, the quantum field is a vast ocean of pure energy, where everything that exists is made of vibrations. When we are immersed in the daily mental noise, our thoughts and emotions vibrate at chaotic frequencies, keeping us trapped in a reality limited by the beliefs and perceptions of the ego. However, by silencing the mind, we literally change our frequency, syncing with this field where all versions of our life are present. What you desire already exists in the quantum field, and silence is the bridge that allows access to that reality. The power of silence goes beyond simple peace of mind. Neuroscientifically speaking, it directly impacts brain waves, slowing them down from fast and chaotic frequencies like beta waves to slower and deeper frequencies like alpha and theta waves. Joe Dispenza explains that by reaching these lower frequencies through silence, our mind enters a deep meditative state. In this state, we are more receptive to new realities because we step out of survival mode, which is highly reactive and fear-based, and into creation mode. It is in this space that we can visualize, intend, and co-create with the quantum field. In the deep meditative state that silence provides, the brain begins to function more coherently. Dispenza calls this brain coherence, where all parts of the brain work in sync, allowing brain waves to stabilize and create a magnetic field around the body. This field, when aligned with the quantum field, allows our intentions and desires to be sent with greater force and clarity to the universe. There are no more internal interferences, only the pure energy of intention, which resonates with the field of all possibilities. A clear example of the power of silence in aligning the mind with the quantum field can be seen in the numerous stories of healing and personal transformation that Dispenza shares in his workshops and books. One such story involved a woman who, after being diagnosed with a serious illness, began practicing deep meditations of silence and visualization. During these practices, she not only silenced her mind, but also aligned her healing intention with the quantum field. By doing this, she stopped identifying with the disease and began visualizing a new reality of health and vitality. In this woman's account, she describes how, when entering the deep state of silence, she felt as if she was on a completely different frequency. During her moments of silent meditation, she saw herself as completely healthy, already living in the reality she desired. Over time, her consistent practice of meditation and silence began to produce results in the physical world. Medical tests confirmed that the illness had inexplicably disappeared. This is just one of many examples that Dispenza uses to demonstrate how silence, when combined with clear intention, can connect us to the quantum field and bring about powerful transformations. These stories are not just inspiring. They also serve as practical evidence that silence is a powerful tool for those seeking healing, deep change, or even the manifestation of material desires. When we silence ourselves internally, we are, in fact, removing the blocks that prevent the realization of our desires. The mind, when free of noise and distractions, becomes a highly sensitive antenna capable of picking up the universe's highest frequencies and aligning with them. The science behind this process is fascinating. As mentioned, silence slows down brain waves and allows us to enter deep meditative states where the brain starts to operate in a more orderly and coherent manner. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that when we are in this state, our brain is no longer focused on everyday problems and worries. It opens up to new ideas, new solutions, and new ways of being. At this point, we become conscious creators, capable of shaping our reality based on our deepest intentions. When we align our mind with the quantum field through silence, we also experience a sense of unity with everything around us. We feel that we are no longer separated from the world or our goals, but intrinsically connected to everything. Silence leads us to this state of unity, where our intentions, instead of being just distant wishes, become part of who we are. It is at this point that true creative power manifests, because we are no longer trying to force the universe to respond to our requests. Instead, we are in tune with it, flowing with the natural laws of the quantum field. Silence is the tool that allows us to transcend the physical world and access a field of infinite possibilities. What seems magical or unattainable to many becomes accessible when we understand that silence is not a passive state, but an active state of alignment with the quantum field. The true beauty of this practice is that anyone can learn to silence the mind and access this higher frequency, regardless of their current life circumstances. And as Joe Dispenza always emphasizes, when you silence your mind, the impossible becomes possible. The power of intention, when combined with silence, amplifies in a way that few people fully understand. Silence, as we've discussed, creates a state of deep alignment between mind, body, and spirit. In this state, our intentions become clearer, free from the distractions that usually cloud our minds. When we are in this space of inner quietude, we can project intentions into the quantum field without the noise that typically accompanies our daily thoughts, like fears, doubts, and anxieties. This pure state of silence strengthens the clarity of our desires and makes our energy resonate much more powerfully in the universe. Dispenza explains that in a state of mental noise, our intentions become fragmented. If we want to manifest something but are constantly worried or doubtful, our energy becomes scattered and loses its power of attraction. Silence solves this problem. When we silence our minds, we enter a state of absolute focus, where our intention is no longer influenced by conflicting thoughts. At that moment, we can send a clear and coherent signal to the quantum field, and the universe responds to that clarity with intensity proportional to our intention. Clear intention, free from interference, is key to manifesting any desire. In silence, we can visualize our goals more vividly, without the confusion generated by the constant noise of the mind. This deep state of focus is essential for our intention to have a real impact on the quantum field. As Dispenza explains, silence puts us in a receptive state, where we are not only sending our intentions to the universe, but also opening ourselves to receive the responses and opportunities they can generate. The energy of our intention, when projected in silence, has the power to shape reality. Additionally, it is in silence that the much-needed coherence between the heart and the mind occurs. Joe Dispenza often speaks about the need to align the heart's energy with the mind's intentions to create an even greater force for manifestation. In silence, this coherence becomes possible because the mind is no longer distracted by incessant thoughts, and the heart can emit its vibrations in a pure and authentic way. When the mind's intention is in tune with the heart's emotional energy, this combination creates a powerful wave of energy, amplifying our ability to manifest in the quantum field. The heart, according to studies, generates a much stronger electromagnetic field than the brain. This means that the heart's energy has a direct and profound impact on how the quantum field responds to our intentions. When we are in silence, we can feel this energy emanating from the heart more intensely and clearly. This emotional resonance, when aligned with mental intention, creates a vibrational frequency that is irresistible to the universe. It is as if we are harmonizing two powerful frequencies, those of the heart and the mind, to create a specific reality. Silence, therefore, not only allows our intentions to be stronger and clearer, but also helps us access the heart's power in a way we wouldn't normally be able to amid the chaos of daily life. Dispenza reminds us that the emotions we feel in our hearts, like gratitude, love, and enthusiasm, have the ability to elevate our being's vibrational frequency. When we silence ourselves and align our intentions with these elevated emotions, we are literally raising our vibration, which puts us in sync with the highest and most desired realities in the quantum field. A practical example of this power of coherence between the heart and mind can be seen in the stories of people who, by practicing silent meditations focused on intention, were able to attract extraordinary changes in their lives. Imagine someone who wants to manifest financial abundance, but is constantly thinking of scarcity and fear. Even if the person visualizes wealth, their emotions are not in coherence with that intention. However, by silencing the mind and feeling genuine gratitude for what they already have, this person begins to align their heart with their mental intention. Over time, this coherence creates a powerful energetic field that attracts abundance in a natural and fluid way. It's important to remember that true manifestation doesn't come from just wanting something. It happens when mental intention is fully synced with the heart's emotion. In silence, we can achieve this perfect synchronicity because we are free from the distractions that usually fragment our thoughts and emotions. This alignment creates a state of flow with the universe, where everything begins to happen more naturally, effortlessly, and without resistance. Silence offers us the opportunity to practice this state of coherence. By regularly practicing silent meditation, we can begin to feel this synchronicity between the heart and mind more deeply each time. And the more time we spend in this state, the more natural it becomes for us. Silence teaches us to be conscious creators, not just in terms of thought, but also in terms of feeling. When both are aligned, the universe responds almost immediately. Silence is the key to accessing the full power of our intention. It allows us to remove the internal barriers that usually sabotage our desires and helps us achieve a state of coherence between the heart and mind, which is essential for manifestation. The union of silence and intention not only strengthens our desires, but also puts us in tune with the most powerful creative forces of the universe. Joe Dispenza teaches that when we manage to silence the mind and feel the heart's energy in sync, our ability to shape reality becomes limitless. By practicing this union of silence and intention, you will notice that you are no longer trying to control or force the manifestation of your desires. Instead, you will be flowing with the universe, allowing your intentions to manifest naturally according to the vibration you emit. This is the true power of silence. It helps us enter a state of surrender and trust, knowing that when our intentions are aligned with the right emotions, the universe inevitably responds. To truly feel the benefits of silence and align yourself with the quantum field, it is essential to incorporate it into your daily routine. Joe Dispenza suggests several simple yet powerful practices that can completely transform your relationship with silence and, consequently, with the manifestation process. Silence doesn't need to be something distant or reserved for special moments. On the contrary, it can be easily integrated into small breaks throughout the day, becoming a constant tool for connection and alignment. One of the most effective ways to start cultivating inner silence is through guided meditation. Dispenza teaches that meditating in silence, focusing on the breath, is a practice anyone can adopt, regardless of previous experience with meditation. By bringing attention to the breath, you create a focal point that helps the mind naturally quiet down. Conscious breathing, In addition to being an anchor for the present moment, slows down brain waves, allowing you to enter deep states of relaxation and mental clarity. During meditation, as your mind quiets, you can focus on specific intentions, visualizing them with a sense of calm and certainty. For those who struggle to keep the mind quiet, focusing on the breath is an effective way to anchor attention. With each inhale, you connect more deeply with the present moment. And with each exhale, you release tensions, worries, and limiting thoughts. Dispenza emphasizes that by practicing this meditation regularly, you not only learn to calm the mind, but also train your body to feel comfortable in silence, allowing the process to become more natural and fluid over time. Another powerful practice that Dispenza suggests is spending moments of connection with nature. The natural silence we find in environments like forests, beaches, or even gardens has a profound effect on the mind and body. Nature offers an opportunity to disconnect from the chaos of modern life, digital distractions, and constant mental noise. When we connect with the silence of nature, we're not just calming the mind, but also harmonizing our body with the natural rhythms of the universe. Dispenza explains that nature vibrates at a pure and elevated frequency, and when we tune into this energy, our mind also rises to a state of greater clarity and presence. Imagine yourself walking in a quiet forest, hearing the soft rustling of leaves in the wind, and feeling the fresh air on your face. These moments not only help calm the mind, but also allow you to reconnect with your inner self. During these periods of connection with nature, Dispenza suggests that you allow yourself to feel gratitude, not only for the environment around you, but for everything happening in your life. This feeling of gratitude, when united with silence, can further amplify your ability to manifest, as it raises your vibration and creates an energetic field favorable for your desires to come true. Besides meditation and connection with nature, a simple and powerful practice is to quiet the mind before bed. Joe Dispenza emphasizes the importance of creating a nighttime routine that involves moments of mental silence before sleep. Often, we go to bed carrying the worries and tensions of the day, which interferes with the quality of sleep and our ability to wake up refreshed. By creating a space of silence before falling asleep, you allow your mind and body to enter a state of deep relaxation, facilitating regeneration during sleep. Dispenza suggests that before bed, you take a few minutes to visualize your desires already realized. This exercise can be done simply. As you lie down, instead of focusing on the worries of the next day or pending challenges, concentrate on mental images of your goals being achieved. Feel in your body the sensation of satisfaction, joy, and accomplishment. This exercise not only calms the mind, but also programs your subconscious to work on your desires during sleep. As Dispenza states, sleep is a powerful time for manifestation because it's when the body rests and the subconscious mind becomes more receptive to the intentions we place in it. These moments of silence before sleep also help improve sleep quality, allowing you to wake up feeling renewed and more aligned with your desires. By adopting this practice, you are training your mind and body to synchronize with the quantum field even while sleeping. This synchronicity creates a continuous flow of energy, where your intentions can be reinforced naturally and effortlessly. To integrate these practices effectively, Dispenza suggests starting gradually, incorporating silence into small moments throughout the day. Begin with 5 minutes of silent meditation or a short walk in nature. As you become familiar with these moments of stillness, you can gradually increase the time dedicated to these practices. The important thing is to create a consistent habit where silence becomes a natural part of your day instead of something reserved for specific moments. The impact of these practices can be felt quickly, but the deepest results come with time and consistency. The more you engage with silence, the more your mind gets accustomed to this state of clarity and alignment. Silence, as Joe Dispenza teaches, is the simplest and most effective tool for connecting your mind and heart to the quantum field. And when you do this consistently, your life begins to transform in ways you never imagined. By incorporating silence into your daily life, you are creating a sacred space within yourself where the manifestation of your desires becomes possible. Each practice mentioned, whether meditation, connection with nature, or a nighttime routine, acts as a step toward a deeper state of alignment with the universe. And as Dispenza always says, in silence, all possibilities are available to those who know how to access this power. Silence has a transformative power that goes far beyond mere mental stillness. It allows us to enter a state of effortless manifestation, where the creation of our reality happens naturally without the need to control every detail of the process. When we calm our minds, as Joe Dispenza teaches, we stop trying to force or manipulate results. Instead, we surrender to the natural flow of the universe, trusting that our intentions, when clear and aligned with the quantum field, will manifest at the right time and in the perfect way. It is in this state of trust that the true magic of manifestation happens. By quieting the mind, we break the vicious cycle of worries and anxiety that often lead us to try to control the manifestation process. Many times, we believe that to achieve our desires, we must constantly focus on them, worrying about how and when they will materialize. However, this behavior creates a state of resistance because attachment to the outcome blocks the natural flow of creation. Silence, on the other hand, dissolves this resistance. When we are in silence, we let go of fear and doubt, allowing the universe to do its part without the interference of our limiting thoughts. Joe Dispenza teaches that in silence, we enter a state where the mind is calm and the body is relaxed, which allows us to shift from effort mode to receiving mode. Instead of trying to make things happen by sheer willpower, silence puts us in a position where we allow things to flow to us. This is the secret of natural manifestation. It's not about fighting or striving, but creating an inner space of clarity and tranquility where the universe can deliver exactly what we need at the right time. The reduction of effort is one of the great benefits of practicing silence. When we are silent, our energy becomes softer and more receptive. Instead of wearing ourselves out trying to control every aspect of our life, we learn to trust the process, knowing that the moment we stop fighting, the universe begins to work in our favor. We enter a state of flow, where the opportunities, resources, and experiences we desire start to come to us naturally. This state of receptivity is the key to effortless manifestation. When we are no longer blocking the process with our fears and expectations, the energy can flow freely toward us. Dispenza highlights that by practicing silence regularly, we tune into the universal flow. This flow is the higher intelligence that permeates everything, connecting all things in the universe. When we are in harmony with this flow, everything starts to happen synchronistically. The right people show up, the right doors open, and the ideal circumstances unfold. We don't need to force anything because we are in tune with the natural rhythm of life. Silence puts us in this state of harmony, where there is no resistance, only acceptance and flow. It's important to understand that the universe operates in a perfect and precise manner, following its own laws. Many times, we try to interfere with this process, attempting to control timing or circumstances, but this only creates frustration. However, when we silence the mind and trust the flow, we allow the universe to arrange events in the most ideal way. Silence helps us align with this natural perfection, letting go of the need for control and allowing everything to unfold in the best possible way. In this state, manifestations come to us effortlessly, just when we are ready to receive them. Another great benefit of silence is that it teaches us to be present in the moment. When we are constantly worried about the future or stuck in the past, we disconnect from the now, the only moment where the power to truly manifest exists. Silence brings us back to the present, where we can feel the fullness of what we already are and what we already have. And it is in this presence that the power to create becomes stronger. By being fully present, we become conscious creators, capable of shaping our reality in an intentional and powerful way. Joe Dispenza explains that by aligning ourselves with the natural flow of the universe through silence, we start noticing synchronicities happening more frequently. These synchronicities are signs that we are on the right path, resonating with the universal flow. Seemingly random things begin to align in surprising ways, as if the universe is directly responding to our intentions. And in fact, it is. Silence allows us to perceive these synchronicities and trust them as evidence that we are in harmony with the manifestation process. True manifestation, therefore, is not something achieved through willpower or rigid control. It happens naturally when we learn to align ourselves with the flow of the universe. Silence is the path to that alignment. By practicing silence, you not only calm your mind, but also tune into the higher energies that govern the universe. In this state, your intentions manifest effortlessly because you are no longer trying to force the outcome. You are allowing it to happen. Silence teaches us to trust. Trust the universe, trust the process, and above all, trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Joe Dispenza often emphasizes that trust is an essential element for manifestation. And silence is the practice that cultivates this trust by disconnecting us from the noise and agitation of daily life and connecting us with the higher intelligence that guides all things. When we are in tune with this flow, manifestation becomes a natural and fluid experience where effort gives way to reception. Now that you understand the transformative power of silence and how it can align your mind with the universe to manifest everything naturally, I'd like to ask you a question. How can you start incorporating silence into your life starting today? Have you ever had moments when, by calming your mind, you noticed that things began to flow more harmoniously and effortlessly? Share your stories in the comments below. Tell us if you have ever experienced synchronicity or manifestation by practicing silence. If you haven't yet, why not try one of the suggested practices today and come back to tell us how it went? By sharing your experiences, you will inspire others to also connect with this divine power of manifestation. Together, we can create a community of people who are learning to transform their lives through silence and alignment with the universe. Just like a drop of water is part of the vast ocean, and a grain of sand contributes to the vastness of a beach, your like and subscription make all the difference for the channel's growth. If you watched this far, don't forget to like and subscribe.